edition, and we chose to do it out of location. This is a live chat coming in a different way because my guests and I are seated together. And she's a very good friend of mine, but she's been doing an unusual thing with something very familiar to all of us. Of Glamour and Essence magazine. For the past few weeks, we've been having a series on female business entrepreneurs in Nigeria and survival power. And today is my final edition, and we chose to do it out of location. This is a live chat coming in a different way because my guests and I are seated together. And she's a very good friend of mine, but she's been doing an unusual thing with something very familiar to all of us, doing Iyabosola. I'm sure you've seen her seated next to me, regally dressed. All right, my guest this evening is the CEO of Culture Speak Iyabosola. She's the fourth generation of the family business that she's also been blessed to be running very successfully. I chose to speak to her because Nigerian women are known to be very fashionable in Iyabosola, and she's a specialist, she's a guru, she's good at what she does, and I can't think of anyone who is a fourth generation running a business that has gone from one generation to second to third and to a fourth, and she's doing it successfully. Please help me welcome my guest, my adorable, beautiful, elegant Chief Mrs. is a chief, a chief. Chief Mrs. Iyabosola Ninalowo.
Good evening, everyone. So nice having you with us.
It's so nice having you too, Yabo.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for everyone joining us. I'm so excited about this particular one because she's going to be talking to us about something that is dear to her heart, whilst talking to us about how she's been able to run the business successfully in an environment like Nigeria, where everything just doesn't seem to be working right the way you want. Certain things are things that you have to have experience to be able to survive. So she's going to be sharing all of that with us. Yabo, first and foremost, you're a fourth generation businesswoman. Can you take us through that journey on how you came about running Culture Speak, having inherited it, from other women in your family?
Good evening once more, our viewers. It's nice having you with us. As Susan said earlier, she's my very good friend. And we've had to share a lot of things together. She has always been wondering, how have you been coping? So, oh my God, you've been coping very well. So the question, how have I been? Like now, it started from my great-grandparents, as far as I know. And I can tell you, it must have gone far beyond that. But I can tell you, my great-grandparents started this. My grandmother, my wonderful mom of a blessed memory. And to me, I keep telling people, Iyabosola to me is part and parcel of me. I was born into it, bred right around it. And growing to know about Iyabosola is just like knowing how to cook to any young lady. My mom forced all of us to be part of it.
Wow.
Even my brothers will tell you everything about colors.
Wow.
They will tell you a lot about designs because with my mom, no free lunch and free time. You must be part of it.
Wow.
If you need 10,000, you must be ready to sell something for 5,000, and she will have the remaining one too.
Wow.
So I started learning. It's as if it's being given the battle. And
since you took over, what has changed about Culture Speak? Was that the name, or you now gave it the name?
The only thing that changed about me selling Iyabosola is just the name.
Okay.
The name came in as an effigy.
Oh wow.
We needed something to just pep it up that okay, it's not the same old one. And what has changed? Nothing. The only thing I've been able to introduce to this is my education.
Wow.
My mom happened to be an illiterate, but illiterate
She happened to be a businesswoman with some
a
knowledge.
lot of, no. What
knowledge.
she had then, a lot of graduates can't even prove it.
Wow.
Yeah, she was so brilliant that you wonder. My mom will do accounts with 10, 20 different people and she will never miss any. So the only thing I've been able to introduce to this is just the physics, the educational aspect of it, giving it another name because we realize that people might need to communicate with us from another platform, apart from the way my mom ran it. So that's it. And about colors, there have been a lot of newer colors
that you've introduced into the Ashoke
that
business.
The whole world brought in.
Okay.
In the days of parents, we don't have a lot of colors like that. Pale pink, onions, they were basic colors then, solid basic colors. But lately, the whole world has really changed. We now have a lot of newer, vibrant colors that introducing to Ashoke, we now make it look finer. It will take you away from the whole wardrobe of what you inherited.
Exactly.
So you will want to have one or two of the newer colors. Those are just it. And changing from the old thick Ashoke to the softer one, a more body-friendly one has been part of the new generation.
So let's just say here now that these are the innovations you have brought into culture space.
Part of the things that I've been able to achieve, to God be the glory, is taking it away from the very hard one.
Okay.
Yes. So the softer ones. Yes. And bringing a lot of innovations like what I'm wearing. Without me telling you that this is Ashoke,
honestly,
you will tell me, you will give me $1 billion bet on it that, well, this is a lace.
Is there a particular name for this part that
we call it pattern stoning? Okay. Like I'm sure a lot of people do know about stoning
like
Ashoke.
lace.
Yes, it looks like lace, but this is Ashoke. The only thing I've been able to do to this is cutting the stones in a particular pattern, and we have it in so many different ways. We cut the stones in a different pattern, place it. It's a lot of work, but at least thank God it's coming out so nice.
It's beautiful. I mean, this is awesome. It's like I came in and like, oh my God, this is what a bride or the mother of the bride or someone special.
Yes, it's mainly for the celebrant. It could be a bride, it could be the mother of the groom, the mother of the bride, whoever. Once you're a celebrant, sometimes you just want to feel him. That yes, I'm there.
Put this on. Okay, the business side of this being in the Ashoke industry, how would you say that business side has been has fared for you? How have you fared as a businesswoman doing this business in Nigeria? How easy has it been?
Has it been easy? Yes and no. It has been easy because I know what I'm doing. I know the details of Ashoke. I don't have to rely on my staff. Yes, that aspect. There is no aspect of Ashoke that I cannot do myself to the extent of weaving it.
Wow.
I'll sit down with
them
and tell me that, okay, tell my weavers, remove this, pull this, let's remove this loading, reduce, hard these colors. I can sit down and bring my colors together. The only thing that's been driving me over the years is the knowledge. Yes, the capital culture that I inherited. I got the baton, so I know it so well that nobody can push me around.
Wow.
One major problem we've been having is workers.
I think it's a common thing with people
having to deal with Nigerian workers. It's a lot of headache, but they can't joke with me because I have to teach them. No matter how good you are, I'll still have to teach you. I definitely know more than they do, and that has been my power.
Would you? That's your survival power.
Yes, that is it majorly because I know a lot about Ashoke, so you can't mess me up. If I have problems with colors, I know what other colors to mix together at the last minute, and I'll still get close to what I'm looking for. If I have an issue with designing, I know how I can sit down, wake up in the middle of the night, bring pencil and pens together, bring eraser, and still get to where we're going to. Fantastic. That's a thing.
Fantastic. Then if you were going to look at it in terms of as a businesswoman and women generally who are entrepreneurs, would you say the Nigerian environment is favorable towards female entrepreneurs? who are running their own businesses, do you think that the Nigerian environment is a conducive environment for them to flourish?
I'll say yes and I'll say no. You see, when you talk about female entrepreneurs, like what I'm doing is a gender business. It's mainly a female business. You understand? If you see any woman going into the men's atmosphere, it might be difficult. Selling clothes to women is just part of it. Do you understand? You look at yourself in the mirror and you look good. Someone sees you outside and say, wow, you look nice. Even if you don't sell that particular thing, people will start admiring you, and you get home and say, well, I can still do this. And it's fair. Nigeria in particular has not been good to any business. You just have to be good to yourself. You have to have the drive. You have to push it that, well, either Nigeria wants to survive, you have to survive.
That survival instinct
that's just it. For me, and selling clothes, I don't think there is much issue to a lot of us. You know?
There was a time, let me just take you a little bit back. There was a time when Ashoke had a competition in terms of people doing the Sego, doing the Damas, and there was kind of like a lure in Ashoke business. How did you rise above that?
Okay, thank you, Susan. That's good. You see, we started having issues because we were doing same thing. The colors were the same. The patterns were almost the same. So people got tired of having the same thing in different colors. They got tired of having the same thing in similar colors. So the meaning and a lot of issues that were on then was the thickness of Ashoke. People had a lot of issues tying it or having to use it again and again and again. So, but the minute we thought about it that Sego is coming in, people were rushing to buy Sego because of the colors. Textures. The Sego is lighter and they can manipulate it either way. You don't even need anybody. You don't need to sweat to tie it. We now sat down and thought about it that, well, what can we do? That's how we started introducing counters into the thread, and that makes it lighter. And in no time, people that ran out started rushing back. And a lot of colors too came in. You know, we forgot about the basic colors and we started introducing all the newer, vibrant colors. And mixing the colors, adding yellow and blue together, adding red and, you know, wild colors. You see people bringing in fuchsia and orange, bringing wine and peach. In no time, and I tell you, Ashoke might have very close competition, but nobody can push it around.
Wow!
No matter what it is, Ashoke stays. It's got its own class, so you can't just push it around.
I know that there are different, there are different types of them. You have the Etu, Alari, Sonyo. If you were to look at, the different varieties are out there, which one would you say that a lot of Nigerians gravitate towards the more?
The newer ones. You see, a lot of mothers now, I tell you, if your daughter is getting married, Susan, the first thing is the basic ones. She must have the Sonyo, she must have the Alari, she must have the Etu. But I tell you, these younger girls, where are they wearing the Sonyo to? Where are they wearing the Etu to? It's just the tradition that you must have those ones around you. But the newer ones are just,
they fly faster.
They fly faster. People will want to have it. There are so many colors that you can't resist. You know, you come in now with a lace and you say, oh, this color is wow, I don't have this in my wardrobe. But if you think about the older one, just my mom left one for me. I have one somewhere. I can pick my mom's so the newer ones are better.
Okay, so I can also see that, part of that newer one is the ones that you're not doing for the brides and for special occasions. You have the one that are laser cut or hand cut. How much work goes into the kind of creativity that we see when those brides, how much work goes into those work?
If we have to quantify it monetarily, it's a lot. But you see, but when your passion becomes your job, you don't value it monetarily. Yes, it's a lot of work, I tell you, Susan. If you have to cut the stones that I'm wearing, one by one, dice it. This is dicing. You have to dice it into cubes, bring it out in rectangles, and start placing. It takes a lot of work. Yes, but It's as simple as for people that do know how to do it. They don't see it as a big deal
job
anymore. It's a lot of work, but I tell you, the end justifies the minute we say the house. This is wow. We forget all the sweats.
All right. Still going back to you being a fashionista, a guru in the Ashoke business, and I know that that's not the only thing that comes out of culture space. How would you place Nigerian women in the business environment, and you being one of them? How would you place the ability to survive in that environment and still keep their heads intact?
You see, a lot of Nigerian workers, they look down on women entrepreneurs. What can she do? Don't mind that, this, that. Unlike when they're dealing with men, that they know that the slightest provocation, there could be slaps, there could be suspension, there could be anything. But with women, they take us for granted. A lot of times, they do take us for granted. But as it is, we're beginning to force ourselves into it that, well, whether you like it or not, we're here to stay. So we're trying, and you must give it to us. We're really, really trying. Despite all the hardship that comes in with Nigerian factor, no lights, the generators are. If you have technicians to work on the generator, it's always an issue. Ask someone to come and service the AC, they spoil it. So many things. Well, we are hard nuts.
Women are hard nuts.
Yes, we are indeed. A lot of us are hard nuts. And that is one of the reasons why we've just been trying to manage it. That we have to survive.
Looking at what you've done with Culture Speak Ashoke, I mean, I came into this place and I'm amazed that this is an Ashoke hub, fashion hub. What kind of financial, how would I put it now? What kind of financial experience, in terms of having to build this brand, how would you say you've had to, channel funding to make it as grand as it, and how easy was it for you to source funding for this?
You see, to God be the glory, I didn't have to source for anything. It's a business. It's a business I inherited. My mom gave me a home shop filled.
Wow.
So, and because lucky me, so I didn't have to start from the start. So I started managing to climb higher and higher and higher. So Ashoke is very capital intensive. It takes a lot of money. But you have to, if you're lucky enough, mainly how we make money is through Ashoke. We see a lot of people coming in, they'll tell you that,
the uniform.
yes, the uniform thing. I want to believe that a lot of us do what Ashoke is, or its uniform. Yes, you want this for 500 people. Some people won't give you a dime. They will believe that you are capable. Yes.
Wow.
Some won't even give you a dime. They will believe that you're capable, and they'll tell you that, well, people will be coming in, picking it one by one, one by one. So that's fine. It's capital intensive. And I haven't been looking for money. I got it honest, yes. But to start, we need a lot of money.
Okay. If I were to ask you what the next step will be with Culture Speak, what would that be? What would you quickly come up with and say? I mean, I've done this now for how many years now on your own?
I started 2000.
Wow, that's
so I've been in this actively 20 years. Well, I'll tell you, I've been part of Ashoke business right from a baby, right from when I was a baby. So it's been part of Ashoke. How do I see it in my next generation? Definitely, it's going to be a continued business.
You already have your kids, learning from you.
Yes, I already have my kids. All of us in my house, both nuclear and extended family, are part of this. So there's going to be continuation, definitely.
What would Iyabo say she wants to give back in terms of, you've done this, you've survived the hassles that come with building a brand. One has to bear in mind that it was something you inherited, but some people inherited too and still couldn't manage. But you've been successful with this. If we're to be, looking at how much you have gotten out of this, what you're able to do with it. What are you planning to do? At least maybe, I don't know if you want to start school, or if you want to do something that makes you feel that you are giving back to another generation.
Apart from my immediate family, yes, is one, you took that out of this. Is one thing that we not say, that there will be a time very soon. I'm going to have a school of weaving, where you teach people how to weave, where you teach people how to mix colors and hair to apply. One of the driving forces behind this is a lot of people that have known my mom, that have known the business. They'll come to me and say, okay, yeah, but we don't want to pick any color, just leave this. Bring out anything nice out of it. That's a lot of challenge. And if you had been here now to tell me that you want pink, I know what to do. But coming to me to give me an examination right in here, I don't want to think about any color, just do what is right. That's a lot of examination. So I have to think of what will please you, what will please your guests, what will please a lot of people around you. And most of the time, by the time I sit down to combine that, people come up and say, wow, this is perfect. I don't want to go into it. I've had to run such battles with a lot of my friends. They say, okay, we can't get this color. I don't want to be bothered. Just go ahead and do what is right. And by the time I do what is right, if they had wanted 200, we ended up selling like 500.
Wow.
Because people will say, wow, this is a new color. This is a better color. Not knowing that you're trying to, a mistake turn to a grace.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I know I have a lot to give back to this younger generation. By teaching them what to do, how to get the best out of Ashoke.
Are you already getting people who are interested in learning now?
Oh, yes. I had an interview sometimes, and I said to the guy that I've been an inspiration to lots of graduates, and to God be the glory, that gives me a lot of happiness. If I sit down to see someone who just come and say, I can't find a job, it's been difficult, this, that, I just left the bank payroll, must still die in a paid job. You don't need to. Bring things, and I say, okay, so good that, don't you have friends? Tell them you sell them. Exactly. Tell them that you started this business. And let's see how that can go. I don't have an idea. Come and spend some time with me. Come to my shop every day.
You actually do that?
I do that
them?
Free.
Wow.
And I tell you, they come back to me to say, Auntie, thank you.
Wow.
Wonderful.
That's amazing.
Yes, and it doesn't take anything. If you need to learn, speak out. You don't need to force yourself into a paid job. There are so many avenues outside, and actually it's so good. You don't need to. For as long as you have friends and you have people, we should always pray that we should have reasons to celebrate. Yes, you can, and you need to know about colors. You need to know how to bring the best out of green, the best out of yellow, how to mix green and black together and bring something nice out of it. So I'm able to do that. I'll definitely have a school first.
So what inspires Iyabo business-wise? What are the things that inspire you to give as much of yourself into what you're doing as you're doing right now?
I've always thought that money can do a lot of things, and your strength as a woman is the wherewithal. For as long as you have money, you have power over so many things. Even your husband at home will look at you that don't mess with her. You understand what I'm saying? So for that alone, I wake up in my house. I start my day by 10 o'clock, and I sit down here till as late as my customers do say, okay, goodbye. If I'm closing at 6 and you're here with your money, I'll stay here till 10 again. I will still get it. So if you realize that you don't have to depend on anybody,
okay. I want my viewers to realize that we're not just here to have this interview, but you need to see some of the things. I mean, Iyabo is already displaying our amazing collection from the Culture Speak stable. I would want us to see 1 or 2 or 3 of her designs as models. I mean, you're getting to have that experience of seeing a model. I mean, this is a totally different form of live chat. Like I told you, it's special because we're closing our series in a special way. We're going to be seeing a model come out and showcase 1 or 2 of the collection from the Culture Speak Ashoke stable. Coming back to you, you talked about your business passionately. We've heard you talk about, the fact that it's a family business and where you have taken it up to now. What should those looking at your work now, what should they be expecting to see coming out from Culture Speak that they have never seen before? Because the pandemic came on everyone. That part of it, I don't even know how you guys survive, because I know by now there'll be so many weddings, burials, birthdays, and Ashebi would have been flying up. But let me even start with that. How have you survived the almost 6 months of not having people do parties?
Well, to me, that gave me another side of life. We're used to sitting down, being in a rush. Somebody's coming in, I need this for so many people. Someone is knocking your head, they had ordered for 100, they wanted 200, But during the COVID-19 saga, wow. Yeah, for me personally, I've grown to realize that you don't keep all your eggs in one basket. You have to diversify. You need to do more things. And I sat down, a lot of time at home, I was combining colors. So you had a lot of colors coming out. I was able to use my dye. We're just messing around with so many colors.
So
I was messing around with my job.
Do you put your own threads and things like that?
Yes and no. You see, most times now, like I said, people give you an idea of what they want. It's for you to bring it out the way you think that you would like it. So during the period, I just sat at home and said, okay, let me start dyeing. And I started mixing colors together. And I tell you, you already have so many colors waiting for you.
Wow.
So it's just for you to have party started.
Let's get the party started, right?
Right. You have so many colors and designs coming out.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That had been another schooling for me.
Okay.
I was able to get a lot of things done.
Okay.
So, but all the same, to God be the glory, we are all alive for COVID-19. We're hale and healthy.
Thank God for that. Thank you for that. So, in other words, that's what you'll be expecting from the stable.
Yes, a lot of newer designs and newer colors.
So how do you find time to relax? I'm sure you should have used that period to relax too.
Fortunately, my kind of job is relaxation and work.
Wow.
Yes. You sit down watching TV and trying to draw something. Okay, this doesn't look nice this way. We can turn it this way. So it's left and work.
Wow. I need to find out if our model is ready. Is she ready? Okay. Can she come out so we can at least see some of the words coming from Culture Speak Ashoke. I'm surrounded by what Yabo does, and I'm amazed at some of the things I'm seeing. It's amazing what has been created here and what she's done differently from what is usually the norm. Where people would see Ashoke as when I was growing up, I thought Ashoke was just for older people and only for burials, and suddenly Ashoke has become more than just it's become a fashion statement apparel. You can't just wear it anyhow. It has to be, and then the fact that younger people have been sucked into the appreciation of what Ashoke is, and for someone of her status to be able to make it interesting for younger people to love what she's doing and to appreciate it is amazing. I have to give you kudos for that.
Thank you.
Like I said, it's a special edition. I'm totally excited about having to close our Women Entrepreneurs in Nigeria series showing the survival power. So, I just want you to have a feel of what the Ashoke from this table looks like. So just enjoy what you're about to see. Our first model will be coming out in a few minutes for you to see the designs that we're talking about. We just got a slideshow of the designs inside Culture Speaks, but we actually want you to see it one on the model. But going back to you now, Iyabo, how do you see as the staying power for Ashoke from this time onward? What will be that staying power for it? Because like already we can see Damask is coming back again.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
So what will be that staying power that Ashoke would have that would not get it back again?
Okay.
Yes.
Designs. We've got better designs, even in Damask. Better than Damask and better than laces. You see, the uniqueness of Ashoke, we always sell it out. Yes. The main thing about Ashoke is the designs. They come out very nice, and colors. You can mix a lot of colors and still get what you're looking for. Those will take it as far as another 5, 10, 20 generations.
Okay. So that's what you're simply saying now is that regardless of the fact that people are gravitating towards Damask again, they can't knock out Ashoke.
The designs are not, you can't compare Damask and Ashoke. In as much as I agree with you, Damask are very nice, but they don't have as many designs as we do. And you can manipulate, you can turn around Ashoke into whatever you want. That can be done with Damask. It can't even be done with single. In one single Ashoke, you can bring out 10 different designs. You can make this into a rectangle, square, circle, everything in one, as much as you want it.
You can manipulate the use of threading.
The use of threading and designs. And because now we use local weaving and the machine, so it's like bringing the traditional and the orthodox thing together. It's okay.
If you were not doing Ashoke business, I mean, you learned person, what would you have done? You keep going back to not wanting to do that paid employment. Retired
as a banker, and probably.
Did you ever have a sting in the banking sector?
Yes, I started as one. After my first degree, after my second degree, I told my parents I was going to go into the banking. Fine, I started, but in no time, I lost my dad. My mom had to stay at home for a whole year.
Wow.
So, and she needed someone to do it. And I said, okay, let me try. I started, and I realized I can even do it.
And also going to.
I tried, yes, for about 6 months. I realized that I was doing it better than my mom.
Wow.
Do you understand? I was able to mix a lot of the colors together.
Better than
better than what she was doing.
Okay.
And when she came back, she just said, no, please, for God's sake, don't waste your time. We all need you. And she was planning to retire. I said, okay, let me do it for as long as I get my dough.
I can't believe you said that.
No, that's exactly what happened, Susan. And I tell you, the monetary aspect actually pushed me into sitting down and said, okay, let those girls be running around.
Wow. Okay, like I keep always asking.
I love fashion though, so if I've not been selling Ashoke, I would have been in another.
Okay. So at the end of the day, you've done this for 20 years. You've made a brand name out of culture, Speak Ashoke, yes. And now you're thinking of giving back by starting a school.
Yes.
How should we? Those who are going to come to this school, are you promising that they will take away from that place? Having been able to make something out of it for yourself as a businesswoman, an inspirational person to a lot of young people who have had to come that way. What do you promise that they're going to take away from the school, and what kind of school are you looking at? Offering.
You see, I've always known that if you teach a child or if you teach anybody a job, teach anyone a job, you're teaching a household. If I teach you how to do Ashoke and you're able to get a shop or you're able to get an online space and start your business, it will go a longer way, Susan. It's going to help a lot of families. And you see, apart from trying to sell, we all need to have a basic knowledge of how to dress well. As a woman, yes, as a woman, you need to know how to compare your colors. You need to know how to get things right. Yes, that's enough.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. All right, we're gonna. Well, our model is here, and we're gonna be showing you a look, and I believe Iyabo should be able to take us through this look of hers better than I would, because I don't have an experience of what it is about. But she's gonna take you through what that look is. So when I think we should 1 minute. Is she done? Yes. Okay. So Iyabo will have to take us through what this is.
This is Kenny. She's actually a makeup artist. She happens to be my sister.
Wow.
What she's wearing is called hand cut ashoke. You can see everything in here is full ashoke. But what she's wearing, we have laser cut ashoke on her. This is rose gold laser cut. It's ashoke with a machine work, with a lot of machine work. So basically what you have is, we put the plain ashoke on the machine after patterning it to whatever pattern you want, and then we start cutting. So that's why we call it laser cuts. What she's wearing on is called laser cuts, and what she has on here is a nude color. You know, those plain colors that you don't want a lot of noise, but you want to appear at a party looking so gorgeous, and you don't want it to be too loud. This is nude, one of the best colors on both both dark and fair people, and it's all full embroidery.
Wow. Someone is already saying beautiful collection.
Yeah,
Thanks.
beautiful
Thank you,
collection.
Abiola.
Thank you.
I think it's Abiola Obasonya. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, this is, you can see.
Oh, wow.
What we've done is just to bring a lace, to bring lace out of ashoke. This is pure lace ashoke, and you can use this so many times. It's got the second, the third, the fourth use. It's not something that you use once and throw away. You can wear it so many times.
And that, I believe, is the Ikpele.
So you just have it on. If you want to look like a celebrant, if you want to appear simple, you live in this way.
Healthy Bunch, thank you. I'm glad you made this comment. It's indeed wow and beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hot Fussy, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I mean, I just needed you to see beyond what you're seeing on Iyabo. You needed to see a model wearing something that a bride can wear and be comfortable. Oyins Coco, thank you so much.
You need to wear this as a celebrant.
You can, oh yeah, you can actually wear it for any.
You can wear it. So when Susan
I agree.
is having a party, she lost her mom son. She lost her mom sometimes ago when she's having the party. Just be on the lookout.
Wow.
See me wear showcase.
Amazing.
In a very simple, stylish way.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
It doesn't have to be a celebrant clothes. You can wear it to someone else's party.
Wow.
And it will still look very nice. Extremely unique.
Thank you, model.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's just conclude to have this final round. All right. I told you that you're gonna be stunned by the words that are coming from Culture Speak. I chose to do it this way because I wanted you to feel that sense of achievement on the part of a woman doing business and doing it really, really well. So it's not just about us talking about it, but also showing you what we do here in Africa, because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people watching from outside of Nigeria on our YouTube channel. So that's why we need you to see what we do here in Nigeria that is unusual, is unique, is custom made, is exclusively something that comes from this part of the world. Iyabo, thank you so much for having me as your guest. I mean, for having my guest today.
I should be the one thanking you.
Thank you so much for making this an exciting and exclusive and unique live chat. I'm sure this is the first time we're doing this, or anyone is doing this. We just need to take it, close this 5-part series in an unusual way, and I'm glad that we're able to achieve it. So on that note, we just want to thank her once again for being on. I should be the one thanking Susan.
Thank you so much, girlfriend.
Thank you for being on, and for everyone who joined this evening, I want to say thank you for being a part of In Conversation with Susan Eyo-Ikpe. And this ends our 5-part series. Female entrepreneurs in Nigeria and their survival power. The next time we'll be on, we'll just be talking to another of our female audience, and I will hopefully have some of the men join us as well when we come on next time. Until that time, merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. We're sure you had a good day. I'm glad to have you on.
I'm glad you had fun too. Thank you. Bye. Bye, everybody.
One of the best colors on both dark and fairy, and is of full embroidery. Someone is already saying beautiful collection.
Yes, thank you, Abiola.
Thank you.
I think it's Abiola Albasonia. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, this is, you can see. What we've done is just to bring a lace. So bring lace out of Ashoke. This is pure lace Ashoke. And you can use it so many times. It's got the second, the third, the fourth use. It's not something that you use once and throw away. You can wear it so many times.
That I believe is there.
This is the Iyabosola, so you just have it on. If you want to look like a celebrant, do this. If you want to appear simple, you leave it this way.
Healthy Bunch, thank you. I'm glad you made this comment. It's indeed wow and beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hot Fuzz, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This is
We appreciate you all. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.